Hey yo, in today's video I just want to remind you, fuck what other people think, alright? And I'm not saying you should go be an asshole and piss people off and be a dickhead and be inconsiderate, but no one really knows what the fuck's going on. Everyone's on their own path, trying to figure shit out. And a lot of the advice you're going to hear from people, it's coming from a place of, insecurity. It's coming from a place of not knowing, and thinking, oh, here's what I think you should do. It's never really going to answer for you what it is that you actually want. So you, at the end of the day, have to stop looking outside for that answer and thinking other people are going to answer that question for you. And what you really have to do is look inside and ask yourself, what do you actually care about? What do you actually value? Because it's going to be different for everyone. There is no correct answer to that question. And it takes a long time to figure that out, actually. And sometimes you have no clue. And you just kind of have to keep, doing things and experiencing things and figuring that out for yourself. But I would say general good rule of thumb is to value things that are in your control. If you're valuing outcomes, if you're valuing, money, if you're valuing success, if you're valuing any kind of validation or praise, you'll never really be happy. Because you look at people who get really into making money, they kind of just love making money. There's no end goal to that. There's no way to, you'll just forever, there's no end, okay, I've made enough, it's just kind of infinite thing. So one thing you can value, say, is how you treat other people, how you treat yourself, how you view things, how you choose to view things. That's within your control. Being honest with yourself, that's a big thing. That's a really big thing, honesty. Being kind to other people, obviously, these kinds of things, but those are things that are within your control. Being hardworking, and are you trying to build the life that you actually want to build, or are you building the life that you think you should be building based off of what other people value? And long-term gratification is another big one. Do you value just the short-term gratification, or do you value long-term gratification? Those things tend to be a lot more rewarding. If you can hear the book that I'm reading flapping in the background right now. It's a windy day out here. Presence is a good thing to value. But again, these are just for me. There are pretty general good rules of thumb. But I don't know what career suits you the best. I don't know what kind of relationship you want. I don't know what kind of things you enjoy to do with your time. And that's kind of the whole thing, is that you got to trust yourself a little bit more and recognize that, it's not about just immediately what you want and what you feel like doing. I think those are two different. I think what you really want and what you feel like doing are two different things. You tend to conflate them. I just want to sit around and do nothing. And maybe there's value to that too, even that if you don't feel like doing anything, maybe you need to really sit and question what you do value and what you do actually want, and what you do want to, what kind of life you do want, what you want to do with your time. And if really all you feel like doing is doing nothing, then maybe that's kind of what you need to do for a little bit. I know that's a little maybe counterintuitive, but sometimes sitting in that nihilistic feeling and being honest with yourself will kind of bring you to recognizing how you got there and why you think those things, maybe what happened to you, what kind of traumas you faced that led you to that. And that's the only way to actually heal and get to the bottom of that. So yeah, fuck what other people think. It's really never gonna help you thinking that oh, this person wouldn't think highly of this, or they wouldn't value this. It's that's fine. That's cool. Let them do that. They're on their path and you're on yours. So, you know,